Well, is this enough for a thumbnail? I believe it is. Alright. Welcome everyone, and let's talk today about Lost Ark and what's basically new. So, in the last video, I was basically really kind of figuring out if I want to continue or not with the game, but I decided yeah, because let's give it another chance, and it's a content, so why not? And today, well, not today, but we got update roadmap, right? I was happy to see it, and then I read it. And I'm going to be brutally honest. I'm going to be skeptic, so let that be clear. And I am going deep into this to actually talk about what's wrong, right? So I already did this video, but my microphone was cutting out, so I have to do it again. So, hey, let's do it, you know? Um, I'm not going to read through all of this, but pinpoint some things. First thing to pinpoint would be we are going to keep the near future focused on horizontal content and giving players clear paths for progression without feeling like they need to pay. Remember this sentence. Feeling like they need to pay. We want to give more players time to reach endgame before introducing Legion raids and ensure blah blah blah. Our March 24 update included new materials to help with honing, which I would actually say a freemium giveaway to incentivize people to spend more. Which also, yeah, basically did that kind of for some people, I believe. More ways for players to earn weekly honing materials, not really. Like, it's not that much of materials that you can do anything with it, to be honest. Like, you can basically fail one more honing. And a honing material gifts for all players, yeah, the freemium things. Freemium bait, basically, right? Continue the trend, blah blah blah. April, new martial artist class, Glavier. I'm doing this video second time, but I'm still laughing at this. Like, we'll get to that. Okay, so we are going to get Glavier and Southern Vern, and Southern Vern is for item level 1340. I'm sorry, like, I wasn't laughing last time about this, but now that I'm reading it again, it's so fucking pathetic and funny, it's incredible. Oh, and we are going to get Fate on the Power Pass, and everybody is like, at this point, you should have enough gold to basically just power knowledge out everyone to Vern, and then just enough materials to basically get to the Phaeton, but whatever. Okay, like, why not? May, whoa, we promised more, so we're going to give it to you, but 2 months later. Seriously, this is so fucking funny. And Destroyer class, whoa, where is the Arcana? Where is the Scouter? Where is the Reaper? Where are those classes? Wait, should I actually say it differently? Well, Scouter will be like SWAT. And Arcana, I don't know, Arcanist. Okay, so whatever. Let's start. Let's talk about what they are talking to us, that why it is taking so long to give us any update. And it's basically to properly deliver to the Western audience the experience, the translation and everything, which is basically called localization, right? So let's call it localization, and this is our localization right here. Glavier. everybody knows her as a Landsmaster. Everybody knows her that way. Everybody. Like, if you go on the internet and you go Lost Ark Landsmaster, you will find her. No, Glaviar, because she has a glaive as well. Like, come on. You can't be serious about this. Like, if you are going to lie and then put this out, you are not going to persuade like people that actually think, and especially people that know what's going on. Okay, so that's stupid right away. You should have basically just left it in a Korean language, and that's basically with all the content that you still didn't localize right, because nobody really gives a shit. They just want to play the game, and they want to play the whole game. You know, the internet is actually very interesting thing, and sometimes it's very friendly to developers for them to actually put something out, and sometimes it's actually really their enemy, because you know, we can actually see when you lie, and you're lying about this thing which is called the Western release of Lost Ark, which is actually Korean release but with locked content, and this was brought to us by this YouTuber, this guy. His name is Devium Furor. The name of the video is called Lost Ark: The Final Molding. So I actually recommend it to you to check it out if you don't believe what I'm saying. And basically, we all already have everything in the game that has the Korean version, but instead of doing faster translation and to get it to the, you know, the right perspective, you're basically shitting us, and I believe that you're withholding the content from us to let us play continuously. But, and this is what's really going to happen, and what actually a lot of people on Twitter said is, well, I'm going to wait till Destroyer is out. Well, I'm going to wait till Scouter is out. So should I start playing in June and stuff like that? And they are correct. I totally agree with them. Why should you play when, if you played like since release, you have enough materials, enough engraving material for when your class that you want to play actually releases, you can straight up go to engravings, maybe even legendary engravings, and start playing your class that you want. Or just wait, because you know, if you wait, you might get like that power pass that Korean people get when they start playing, and they basically right away jump into end game content, which is tier 3. I'm going to repeat it multiple times during this video. So yeah. Now, why do I believe they are doing it this way? It's because everybody that worked in a big company and they had KPI, they know what I'm going to be talking about, and it's exactly KPI. So I believe that they have statistics that they have to show someone that, oh, you know, we have player base, this many people are playing the game, and they are withholding this content and giving it us slowly, just to keep us playing, to see, to show to stakeholders that, oh, we have the player base, you know, they are playing, and we are actually kind of meeting our KPIs. KPI basically means that they have some statistics that they have to match or go above, right? And if they match and go above, stakeholders are happy, and then they will basically hire the KPI to push people to actually get even more numbers and basically money, right? But what really is happening is that people are going to stop playing. This is actually counterproductive instead of productive. It's true, because I would rather go and play all the classes that I want to play right now, which is Berserker that I'm already playing. We'll get back to it. Glaivier, Lancerer, or Spearer, whatever you want to call it. Destroyer and Scout. That's the classes I want to play, but I can't. So I'm playing around 1 hour a day, because only thing that I can do is Chaos Dungeon and Guardian raid. That's all. There's nothing more to do. And yeah, like, you're actually hurting yourself instead of giving people what they want right away. And it is in the game. We know it is in the game. We were showed it was in the game. We're on the internet. You cannot lie this through. And that's it. But you said something very interesting here. We promised to be honest, sometimes brutally so. So let's be honest. Let's be real honest here and give us real answer why that content is already in Western release that you're not releasing yet, and why should we wait? And don't tell me it's not KPI, because I worked in companies, and everybody that worked in companies know that KPI is fucked up shit, and it doesn't serve anyone than stakeholders. It's really that. So yeah, I'm actually brutally honest right now. Let's talk about other things. They said that their suggested data say that enough players will reach blah blah blah. Basically, enough players will reach end game content. So let's talk about end game content. End game content, and everybody knows, is tier 3. But to get to tier 3, you need to go through tier 1 and tier 2 to actually get to the tier 3, right? There is no like, we're there. No, that's not how it works. And here's the problem that I'm having, and I believe a lot of free-to-play players actually do have, and I will even bridge this to incentive to play. To pay. Not play, to pay. And here's the thing. If you're going to tell me that that tier 3 is endgame content, then tier 1 and tier 2 is basically a bridge, right? To get from start of the game to the end of the game. Because endgame is where everybody eventually will be. The issue here is that if you're honing rates on tier 1, on the breakpoint where you have to go to Yorn and even to Rohendel are 60% and 40%, you're basically withholding the tier 2 content and therefore tier 3 content, because if you are going to fail 40%, which actually happened, that happened to me 3 days in a row now. And if that's going to happen, you basically withholding the end game content, which you are basically telling. Let's scroll up. Clear paths for progression. Clear path for progression without feeling like they need to pay. But the incentive is that if I fail, it's easier for me to pay. You see where I'm getting at? It's easier for me to pay and get to the end game content faster. Because if my RNG sucks, there is no other way for me. Either wait day by day, step by step, like the song, or pay. And this is the incentive that you're giving to players that didn't even get to tier fucking 3 to the end game, that if you want to get to the end game, go pay. And new players, a lot of new players, will do that. Especially the ones that never experience the freemium games. Thankfully for a lot of them, they played some mobile games and they know that I'm not going to pay. And a lot of players will rather stop playing like totally than even try to do the day by day farming of the honing materials to get to the point where they can actually progress in the story and then go to the tier 2 where they basically will experience the same thing, 100% honing rate and 40%. And now you have to wait again till you actually get to the, tier 3, which actually starts at 1100. It starts at 1100 and most of the end game content it's 1300. 1340, whatever. You know what I mean. Basically, that's the artificial way of prolonging the experience to get to the end game for no reason. There is no clear path, like you're saying right here. Clear path for progression. No. There's no such a thing. It's RNG progression. Seriously, it is. It's frustrating, to be honest. It's frustrating because if that happens to you and it happens multiple times, you just don't want to play the game. Like I literally alt F4'd a few times already when my honing basically failed. When it failed on 40, I was okay, it's 40. When it failed on 60%, because I was honing so much, it already had it was from 40 to 60, and I was still failing, and I was using my materials that improve my honing rates, and I was 70 and it still failed. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I am not going to suffer this through because someone made a freemium game that they will rather send us the materials, throw the bait, and then, you got something for free, have a taste of it, and if you like this, go to the shop and pay more, because it's much more easier. I did 600 item level in 1 week because they sent us those honing materials. And that's exactly what is the real incentive for players to pay. And you cannot lie this through. Like, even the least skeptic person should understand that they are basically giving you stuff for free for a reason, for you to get bait and go and pay. If it is not that way, give us the honing rate of tier 1 and tier 2 to be 100% and 80% the least. Then I will be like, okay, I was wrong. But it's not happening because it's not happening, Like, how are they going to make money? So yeah, that's it. They're basically lying to us in multiple occasions, and brutally honest is basically not really so, right? Give us all the classes right away. That's what I want to see. So I actually have a reason to play the game. and not log only for 1 hour a day. You can say that I'm basically not playing the game properly because there are aisles, there are bosses or whatever that you can get more materials, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to waste my time sailing across the fucking world to get to some point where I can get a few more materials and try to hone more just to fail again. I can basically just wait another day. And yeah, that's it. Like, there is a point, there is a breaking point in every gamer's life where if my time isn't awarded enough, I'm going to just go somewhere else. So, you know, like, it's easier for me to play for 1 hour and do only the Chaos Dungeon 2 times because, like, one is not enough apparently. Do the same with the Guardian raid because one is not enough. And then I'm going to play something else because it's much easier for me to go and play something else where I feel more rewarded to actually staying in the game than in this game. The only thing that I'm actually kind of like really what's it called? Disappointed is in a people on Twitter that they are like, oh, thank you so much. We have the roadmap. Seriously, did you even read the roadmap? Did you even, like, come on, man? Are you fucking crazy? Like, I understand it's amazing that they gave us roadmap. It really is. The thing that is not amazing is they are lying. They are withholding the content again and again and again. I believe that all classes should be on release. There was no point of not doing it. People that want to have alts will have alts anyway. That's the way it goes. People who want only one class will rather wait for their class to be live. That's the way it goes. So yeah, like, instead of thanking and like accepting whatever people tell you, think for yourself for once, dude. Like, seriously, it's not that crazy to think for yourself. I feel like everywhere where I look lately, there's sheep that say thank you. And I say, fuck you. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Think for yourself. Once again, I'm telling you, think for yourself. Be skeptic. We need to be skeptic. If we are not being skeptic, if we are not fighting against the river flow that they are basically giving us, then we are losing the battle. Because there is no battle at all, you know. Anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Have a nice day. Subscribe, like the video, you know. Go follow me wherever I am. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.